Hi, I'm Jack Fredericks, and I'll be talking about the positive aspects of video games. Video games, when they were first created to now, have changed drastically. They're more realistic in some ways, and also the storylines have changed, which means the way we play games have changed as well. Games from back in the day, such as 8-bit or 16-bit or anything like that, generally had a certain common goal of gameplay where you'd be running, jumping, or shooting or something. Very simple to reach a certain goal. Nowadays, we use cutscenes and more in-depth storylines to try to get the user or player to be more involved with the game or have more these different feelings. But I believe that there are three main aspects that have not changed. The first one being an aspect of fun. Fun is something we feel that is enjoyable, amusing, or anything else, and in more scientific terms may be the release of serotonin when we see something. Through the way art styles have changed throughout the time, and also maybe what you can be perceived as also like pranks within games, any kind of jokes, lightheartedness, or even horror games like scary. You might find it fun, but it depends on the certain kind of person playing the game. And so that's why the aspect of fun changes from person to person. It's not something that can be set in stone, but rather it's an abstract that we hold to ourselves differently. And we associate a lot of games with fun. That's the point of games. It's to draw us away and have a lot of fun, which lead us into our second point. The second point is an escape from reality. We use games to escape from reality in many ways. Sometimes there's just a rough day and you want to create some fun or just get your mind away from something. Other times we might want to just play against like or play with friends that something we can't do in person. Take the game Fortnite for instance. We play with our friends through duo, squad, 50v50, and everything else. And we go, you jump into a giant battle royale and fight one another until someone wins. Can't really do that in real life. So these things that we can't do in reality, we do in video games. And games mostly aren't based on reality, unless they're sports games, which we're not pro players either, so you could draw that a little differently as well. But overall, games are not supposed to be based exactly on reality. That's what amuses us more. If it was like reality, we wouldn't play games because we find that slightly boring, or it's what we're trying to get away from. Take the book Ready Player One, which was made into a movie. It's about a person named Wade Watts who uses this virtual reality gear to escape from reality every day because his situation is not as good as the game is or the virtual reality created. And throughout the game, I mean not the game, the book and the movie, we see this character be able to escape and take it what it really is, take in life, but also experience how escaping from reality is great, but it's not always a thing we should be doing. And last but not least, we get these feelings of accomplishment when we play video games. When we play video games, we try to go for certain goals, defeat bosses, maybe win in some sort of sporting game, and makes us feel like we've done something, we accomplished something, we had a goal and we met those goals. And feelings of accomplishment make you feel good about yourself. It makes you feel like all that work you were doing is actually worth it. And this changes from person to person depending on the kind of games you want to play. For instance, someone who plays Final Fantasy might have different goals, to play the whole storyline, defeat the character, versus the person playing Battlefield 1, whose feelings of accomplishment might be playing the multiplayer online aspect and winning that or being the top person on their team on the winning side. And this counteracts the feelings of disinterest we might have with other games, as you want to feel happy, you want to feel accomplished when you play these games. So overall, it's one of the more important parts of video games, especially, is that if there was no feelings of accomplishment as well, or even like as the other points, fun or to escape from reality, we would not play games. That's why I think these three aspects of video games are really important and they don't change throughout time. Games from back in the day, you might want to just escape the reality you're in right there, or you want to feel accomplished by winning against your person in like playing those old joystick arcade games. And to today, when we want to play online multiplayer games, you want to feel accomplished by winning. You have fun playing with friends that are all around the world, or even the ones that just live next door to you. And overall, we escape from reality with most games. Our minds drift somewhere else, or we become a different person in games, or we just play as different characters in games, as not everyone who plays games um, has the same aspirations as others. So overall, this is what I think are the positive aspects of video games, and thank you very much.